Hey, what's up everybody? Landon here with LMR.com, and it's time for stage 2 on good old Project Green Bean. We covered some transmission goodies as well as some more weight reduction thanks to a tubular front bumper support. Let's check it out. If you guys haven't seen the intro or stage 1 of Project Green Bean, check out the video description where you can find the links to those videos. Alright fellas, stage 2 consists of a couple things on Project Green Bean, but are mainly drivetrain related. Performance Automatic hooked us up with a killer 12-inch 3200 stall converter and a valve body kit to back it up. Aside from the drivetrain components, Team Z came through again with their awesome tubular front bumper support, which will knock off even more weight from Green Bean. The converter is a solid chunk of awesomeness and should really help chip away at our 60-foot time. Likewise with the valve body kit. It will help with firmer, more responsive shifts and even helps prolong the life of the transmission. To help keep the transmission a little cooler, and since we went with a more aggressive stall speed in the converter, a Derale universal transmission cooler fit the bill. Tackling the drivetrain components was two things. One, it was straightforward but very time consuming, and two, it's not for the faint of heart or someone doing this for the first time. I would strongly recommend the assistance from a knowledgeable friend or pay a reputable transmission shop in your area to get the job done. The converter went in without any issues whatsoever, and while we had the transmission out of our way, we inspected the rear main seal, which in fact looked to have been replaced before, so we left it in place since everything looked okay. Upon further inspection of the transmission, looks like we got extremely lucky, and that was at one point freshened up as well. Granted, not knowing who did the work, it could still be a ticking time bomb. Once the converter was in, we bolted the transmission back to the block and addressed the valve body. This one put up a fight, but we took it down just as easy. Switching springs and chasing down check balls was the easiest of the whole ordeal. The nerve-pinching step to this one, fellas, was drilling into your perfectly fine valve body. Regardless, the Performance Automatic valve body kit will tremendously help out Green Bean. Once the underside was all fixed up, we turned our attention to the front of the car. We removed the bumper, impact isolator, and front bumper support so we can install our Team Z tubular support. This reuses the 4 factory bolts and, best of all, sheds about 15 to 20 pounds off the front. While we were there, we installed the Derale Universal Cooler Kit. For the most part, this one was plug and play, and we did bypass the ports on the radiator and ran it straight to the front mount cooler. Other than bypassing the radiator, we made some custom brackets to mount it to the core support. Alright guys, that'll wrap things up on stage 2 for good old Green Bean here. You'll want to, of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. That way you can stay up to date with the latest covering Project Green Bean. Until we move on to stage 3, keep it right here with the real Mustang enthusiasts, LMR.com.